Hello, and welcome to an Eat with me. Today's delicious delight is an ala protein passion fruit and papaya fromage frais, which is low fat and has no artificial colours whatsoever. Now, this product has been around for some time and is favoured among those who are following a high protein lifestyle. It is made from lactose-free milk and does actually contain passion fruit concentrate, an extract of, but passion fruit nevertheless. Let's give it a try, shall we? Now, upon first opening the passion fruit and papaya high protein fromage frais, you will see that it is a very white, thick, inviting pot of yummy goodness, with no discernible aroma apart from the slight bitterness one would expect from a fermented dairy product. Well, let's dig in, shall we? Well, the first thing you'll notice is that it's rather cold, which is not surprising because, as we know, yoghurt should be stored in the fridge. The second thing that you will notice is the density and the creaminess of this product, and how it is smooth, almost silky smooth. Upon swallowing, you will taste a kind of tartness at the back of your throat. I would say it was a rather pleasant experience for those who prefer their desserts to be less sweet than normal, and I would highly encourage you to try this product, which comes in a multitude of flavours, including blueberry, raspberry, strawberry and salted caramel, which in my humble opinion is slightly bizarre, as it tries desperately to be sweeter than you would expect from this product, and therefore is quite conflicting. I like to follow up my yoghurt with a beverage that is an old staple within my domicile, that being of Pepsi Max Cherry. Now, Pepsi has decided to release a whole smorgasbord of Pepsi flavours, including mango, vanilla, lime and the like, for which I would like to say, keep it simple, stupid. Pepsi and cherry goes very well. Pepsi is itself, there is nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Mango, are you taking the piss? So, when you open Pepsi for the first time, the first thing you will notice is the hiss as the carbonated goodness is released from captivity. This will continue for some minutes, but will dissipate in time. The aroma of this particular beverage is an indication of fruit. I wouldn't necessarily call it cherry, but there's definitely a fruity aroma. Upon drinking, the first thing you will notice is carbonation, followed by the sweetness of the fruit, flavour, not actual fruit, anything. There is no fruit at all. It's a suggestion of fruit, an artificially created virtual world of fruit, followed by the slight bitterness could one say, of the Pepsi that it is known for? Now here's an interesting factoid. The reason why Pepsi and Coca-Cola taste different. Coca-Cola was invented pre-refrigeration and therefore was designed to be drunk at room temperature, whereas Pepsi was invented after the era of refrigeration and was designed specifically to be drunk cold. And therefore, if one is to truly appreciate both beverages as intended, Coca-Cola should be drunk at room temperature and Pepsi should be drank cold. Well, there we have it. A dive into the eating habits of a middle-aged weird person with a tattoo head, who is particularly fond of protein yogurts. I say yogurts in brackets because inevitably the protein dairy items that are provided that are also low fat tend to be either fromage frais or quark, which is a type of soft cheese. But apart from that, I would highly recommend that you try said item, which would be found in the chilled section among the regular yogurts, and enjoy. Hello, 'tis I, Fat Cow. I hope you didn't take the beginning thing seriously. No, I am not venturing into the world of mukbangs, and I certainly have no desire to be a reviewer of food. However, the Jordanian dish that we were presented with, courtesy of Foodie Beauty last night, was Foodie's attempt at being a food reviewer, and also on the suggestion of several reaction channels, suggesting that if you are going to review food, maybe try Middle Eastern cuisine instead of fast food, because that would make it a tad more interesting. Now, she who does not watch reaction channels obviously made up, conjured up, decided, oh, it'd be a really good idea, seeing as I'm in the Middle East, to review Middle Eastern cuisine. She thought that all up by herself. Isn't she a clever girl? So we had a food review of a Jordanian dish that was mutton, well, she obviously found it somewhat enjoyable. It only filled the hole and did not fill the void that fast food does. Her review was, for want of a better word, comically enthusiastic for someone who had no knowledge whatsoever apart from what she had googled about the dish, and just really showed us that she has no talent whatsoever for thinking on her feet, and her vocabulary is somewhat limited when it comes to food, despite being the most prolific eater I have ever viewed outside of my £600 life. You would think that somebody whose entire life revolves around food would have better knowledge of said subject matter. The live she went on afterwards was, now I watched it at twice the speed, and even then it was painfully slow. There was a huge part where she was off screen, obviously talking to Salah because he appeared immediately afterwards, and I think the prep talk went along the way of, I've told everybody what a sexually active couple we are, therefore you must flirt with me to maintain the facade. And he tried, bless him, a bit, The enthusiasm wasn't there, and the tone of voice, one would expect from terms of endearment that have been vocalised, wasn't there either. Pineapple Gate and Kiwi Gate. We know that Foodie's life in the home is at that desk, and that everything she needs is within reach. As long as it doesn't need cooking or refrigeration, it will be on her desk, next to her desk, or under her desk. It's the reason that Julia spends so much time there. I mean, there's food there, there's going to be crumbs, there's going to be waste, there's going to be stuff all over the place for her to scoff up. I might suggest getting a dog, because then everything will be cleared up for you. So there is literally nothing to comment on. She gave a political opinion, which is not a good look for anybody who is not informed beyond I hate him. She discussed pretty much nothing. Her musings on not being able to decide which avenue she should take in terms of dieting. Should I concentrate on my binge eating disorder? Should I concentrate on my diabetes? Should I concentrate on my food addiction? You're just a food addict. I don't mean just, I'm not going to minimise it. It is something you will legitimately struggle with. However, if the food addiction isn't addressed, you will never eat in a manner that will help your diabetes. So I would suggest going down the route of food addiction. If you conquer your food addiction, your diabetes will sort itself out. However, food addiction requires abstinence, and abstinence is a dirty word in Shantopolis. Basically, do something, foodie. Stop pretending you're stuck between differing advice. Just do something if you want to. If you genuinely have a desire to get better, which you don't, you're happy wallowing in your little cesspit of food-induced misery. Stop pretending you want to get better. Stop telling people you're trying. You are lurking in the background of online Zoom meetings at Overeaters Anonymous and cherry picking the information that you think you might want to consider. You need more than a Zoom meeting. You need more than one-on-one therapy. At the stage you are, which is very close to, if not actually, entering stage 4 of diabetes, which is the end stage and inevitably ends in death, you need to be an inpatient at a facility that specialises in eating disorders and the such. Nothing else will help you at all at this point.